Hey, non-existent audience. I have no idea how I'm gonna fucking do this. Uh, yeah, I don't even know what to freaking call this. I just put something basic. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna go about this because a lot of my ideas involve. Uh, Sorry, I feel like I always start yawning when I start streaming. Ugh, I don't know why. It's always when I start. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know how you know about this because this type of idea involves people, and it's pretty much just gonna be me and maybe one other person. Like I don't even know how long this is gonna be. Is it gonna be like a short 30-minute stream? Is it gonna be a few hours? I think it depends on if anyone shows up, but my money is gonna be on the shorter side of things because there's no real discussion, I guess. Uh, I need to stop fucking yawning. I was fine before all this, but the moment I start stream, like, I wonder, is it like a nervous thing? Like, is that it? Anyways, where was it? Yeah, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but as I said, I wanted to start doing the type of content that I wanted to do, which I've mainly been doing gaming and not this kind of stuff because, again, it requires, people. And there is no people. The audience is non existent. It's just me kind of talking to myself. So, so I'm not, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I'm not sure how this is going to go, but as I said in the previous, like, stream or two, I want to start doing this kind of stuff more because this is the kind of content that I really want to do. The gaming stuff is more like, I guess, a secondary kind of thing. Well, I guess maybe not secondary, but this is kind of stuff I want to focus on and be known for more. Like stuff like this, and the power brainstorming stream, and the other two writing set brainstorming I did involving Nietzsche, Sanji, and Hololive, and even like the eBay thing, which I want to do the eBay thing. I like that. That was pretty fun. Uh, Stop yawning. Anyways. Oh my god. Oh, let me like grab something. Like a little snack for a second. Sometimes when I eat, it stops it. Like I guess maybe it's like saliva or something, so you know, might knock it down. I don't know why, but here I'm gonna eat a Reese Heart because I got a big bag of those. Got the Valentine ones, which Valentine's is over. It's you know, Singles Awareness Day. Um, you So okay, hopefully that will help. So yeah, Singles Awareness Day. Obviously, I didn't have a date. I mean, fucking look at me. I'm fucking crayon. But anyways, going back to the stream, just I'm getting off topic. The sorry, the the idea for this kind of stream is basically I'm gonna give a concept, and then we're gonna kind of discuss that concept and make kind of like a story out of it, and like try and figure things out, and kind of like not like actually like physically make a story. Maybe at some point I might try and do that, but I have no idea how to even go about that. So, like, even less than this. But, anyways, the concept, it actually came to. God, I'm peeking. It actually came to me in a dream, like literally. It was an idea that came because of a dream, which my dreams are weird. A lot of times it's in third person. It's like, so I tend to know when I'm dreaming, and it's not like kind of a lucid dream usually, uh, because like I'm aware, and sometimes I can like do little things like something happens. I'm like that doesn't really make sense. And I don't know. I've had a few dreams where like you know I've actually like come up with concepts and written them, and it's kind of weird. Uh, but yeah, it's usually like either some made up thing or it's like from like something I would like watch recently. Anyways, my dreams are just I don't know how to describe them. They're just weird. Anyways, this was one of the dreams, and it was kind of on the more lucid side. And the concept is involves reincarnation, not like isekai reincarnation, like it you come back to the same world, you know, but younger. And so the concept is that there's this mob boss or this gang boss, and he's this big, tough, strong, scary looking guy who had you know a rough life, rough childhood, and then he dies. I don't know how he dies. Maybe he's killed by a rival gang. Maybe a gang member betrayed him. Maybe it was just an accident. He like died anticlimactically by like slipping in the shower or something. I don't know. Which why don't we you know in like isekais and stuff? Why don't we have it's always a truck or it's like overwork or it's like what just like why not something just kind of like mundane like falling down the stairs or something. It's like it's always like the same like couple things. Anyways, getting back on track. So, and then he wakes up, he's reincarnated into uh someone else, and this is the exact opposite of him like in every way. He reincarnates as a young cute girl with that's not very strong, has comes from a very well-off family, maybe not super rich, maybe rich, I don't know, and a loving parents, and also she's like in a wheelchair. So like as I said, the complete opposite of how he originally was, just complete. Every little thing is weak, good looking, good family, all that stuff. And so that's the concept. And I kind of like this concept, and it's probably something I'm never gonna use. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna brainstorm around that concept and try and figure things out and come up with some ideas, or at least I am. But uh, anyways, so there's two ways we can go about this. We could either go about a serious kind of drama, or we could do a more of a lighthearted thing. Like lighthearted would be something like, you know, God, how do I explain it? Kind of like just, you know, trying to live a life that's, different from, how he used to live, something that's not involved in like crime and violence and stuff, and just trying to, do this as like a second chance, kind of thing. And it's a bit more lighthearted. The second way we can go about this is take a more serious approach, as I said. And either there's two ideas for this. Either they are trying to reclaim their place despite, being, what they are now, or they get dragged back into that, lifestyle for one way or the other. Like I kind of like the idea of maybe like the dragging into the lifestyle. I kind of like that one better than the lighthearted and trying to return the place. They're both interesting ideas, and I don't think they're bad. Both could easily work, but that's like my personal favorite. So we're gonna start off with that one. Uh, uh, so I don't know how exactly they get dragged back in. Maybe they see an idea I have is maybe they meet a loyal lieutenant or something again, and they kind of I don't know. She kind of helps him out or something, and as kind of like repayment or something, or maybe she wants to like retrieve something. I don't know. And they meet up, and then I like the idea of the person kind of becoming loyal around her. Maybe it's like she kind of forms a group of like reform gang members or gangsters or something, and they just kind of like I don't know. I know I'm doing really bad at this. Again, I'm just trying to figure this out and how I'm gonna do all this and whatever. Uh, so you're gonna hear me go quiet and kind of lose track a few times because I'm just trying to figure things out here. It's only been 12 minutes. I think this is gonna be on the shorter end of streams, but I do like that idea. I do like it's an interesting idea, but I do like. Of course, that's a couple possibilities. We could have her. God, I'm trying. I had something and I completely lost it. I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, I kind of like that idea. It goes into a more lighthearted thing, but it can also be serious. Like people's past come back to haunt them, and or maybe like she has to deal with like a past regret or something, or and just you know dragon. And then we also the other concept I have that I came up with is, or the other way we can go is her trying to reclaim her place. I do think that's funny, kind of, in a way, because you have this like weak disabled girl and eventually becoming the boss of like some bunch of gangsters and taking taking control. And I love that contradiction. That I've always been one that loves those type of contradiction like things. I always loved the small innocent looking girl having like super strength or being like really strong or something. I don't know. I stuff like that I just love. And like the combat princess or the big scary guy of a heart of gold. Just stuff like that. I don't know why. It's just some of my favorite tropes. But yeah, just seeing this person come, maybe they could become like a boss of their own group, whether it be, going back into crime or it be what I was saying earlier about, kind of reformation in a way. Just, you know, she could be, because the parents gave her a good life in this life, she could want to, not disappoint them or bring them into this dark world as like a thanks for being actual parents unlike what he had previously, and having at least some respect for them. Again, I'm more, again, I keep leaning more towards the first thing I was saying. Like it's actually kind of similar to another concept I came up with, which I was thinking of maybe using as like as side characters for another story. Which again, it's this guy becomes this leader of a bunch of like big scary thugs, and he's like also disabled, and like he's like dying from like a muscular disease, and he's using a cane, and I don't know. It's I just it's pretty sim it's pretty similar now that I think about it. So I'm basically just reusing my own concept. I got like crap all over my shirt. It's like some chocolate came off and now it's stuck to my shirt. Yeah, it's stained a little bit. Yeah, that's not like I give a shit. Uh, anyways, yeah, I kind of liked it, and then like the idea of maybe like when they were in their previous life, maybe why they were big and tough and you know leader, maybe they were kind of soft on their own people, and then ruthless to anyone who crossed them, kind of thing. And I kind of like that idea and like going into it like in the next life where it's they're given second chances in a way. I kind of like I like that. It can be on the more serious side, but also lighthearted at the same time. You have the darkness from like the past, and all this stuff, and I'm sure it's come back to haunt people and stuff. And then you have the lightheartedness of looking towards the future and being a better person. Just one of my favorite things about people is the fact that we can change our path, and we can change how we are. We have that potential, and I love that about people. And I know that's cheesy and sappy and stuff, but it's true. I think it's one of our best qualities. Of course, on the other hand, we can also become worse, but our ability to change is something I think is really amazing. Uh, anyways, yeah, I'm okay. I'm definitely leaning towards the first thing I'm saying. So there's also the completely lighthearted thing where it's just you know the mob boss trying to fit in like school or something, and they keep their mindset keeps contradicting their lifestyle and leading to weird wacky situations and, and stuff like that, which I think could be funny and could be enjoyable type of show. Nothing like or story or whatever. Nothing like too that's gonna be like too out there in terms of you know popular pop not something that people are gonna like be like, oh my god, it's amazing and stuff. It's just gonna be kind of like a, I guess, cute little thing. But which I kind of like those kind of shows, but especially as shows, because I do like those, like the cute little anime things. I don't think they work very well in light novels, or and I think they work better than in manga. But anyways, that's it. Again, I'm going. Let's go with the first one. I like that idea the best about changing for the better, and I like the idea of a bunch of uh, tough big guys being scared and respectful of this small girl in a wheelchair, calling her boss and stuff. Again, I love that kind of stuff, that contradiction kind of stuff. I I think it's something to that would be really good. And then just God, I love it when I lose my train of thought. I do that so much. Am I like the only one that like sometimes when they're speaking, you just completely forget the word you're about to say? Like just completely, not even like the train of thought, just like the word itself. And you're just like, oh God, what's that word? What was I? I do that a lot. It's annoying. Anyways, uh, so let's start. Let's kind of brainstorm a bit of the henchmen a bit. You know, I like the idea of maybe a former second command, second or and and maybe they come to respect the person. Maybe they even figure out that who they used to be because they like call him something that only the boss called him or something, and, or knew something, and maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't, but he comes to be like another second in command and kind of be like maybe be hired as like her bodyguard or something because it's like well off family, maybe rich, I don't know, but like again, I'm not sure how to even again. I'm still at a loss of how to do this without. I feel like I'm gonna be saying that a lot. You know, someone who like really respects this person. Uh, Maybe they don't know, but they still respect the person because maybe this person, gave them a second chance in a way. I don't know, and I also like the idea of one of the ideas, and the other idea that I had that's like kind of that this is kind of based off of. Now I think that I was talking about earlier. He would like hit them with a cane, like not like super hard, but kind of like give them a little bonk on the head when they, when they piss him off or do something stupid. Maybe have some sort of something like that for this. Like, like I kind of like the bodyguard idea, and through him they, you know, meet other people, uh, some from the past, some not. I'm trying to think of like characters that could be there because again, I got the second lieutenant, uh, and then I don't this considering that this she'd probably be in like high school or something. Considering like because if like 15 years seems like if the if the lieutenant was like 20 they would be 35 compared to like if they were adult or they would be like 40, 50, or I just which I think would probably be a good age mathematically. So maybe there's some people in school, uh, in the like the really lighthearted one. I like the idea that like the school thugs and like make her their leader. Like I feel like that would be really funny. But that's for like the comedy lighthearted one. We could have something similar in this, but like not as funny, or not funny, but uh, see what I said about forgetting words. I was gonna what's the word? Something that's not as cheesy, maybe? No. Anyways, just some maybe not as over the top. Maybe okay. I think that yeah, because the the comedy lighthearted one would be over the top, while this would be a bit more grounded. with what we're going with, or I'm going with, or whatever. Of course, there's numerous ways to go about a concept, but I'm liking this one that we're doing. Let's see. Yeah, I just maybe there's like some like tough guys, quote unquote, at school. People who think they're so fucking cool and tough, but they're not really. Those type of people. I've met them, and then like the reality sets in when they like graduate, and it's just you're they're not as tough as they think they are. I like the idea of having, despite her appearance, she still has the aura of like the big scary boss. Where, anyways, where was I? Got distracted. I keep I keep losing my train of thought. I'm so great at this. I'm such a great streamer. Uh, anyways, let's see. Where was I at this? Again, like giving off that aura and kind of god damn it. Where was I going with this? I know I'm so impressive and great streamer. I'm so entertaining. Anyways, where was I? I just saw that I had a viewer for like 10 seconds. I fucked it up. Of course, the moment someone comes in, that's when I start losing my train of thought. Like, seriously, and like, just kind of. Just fucking it up. Uh, anyways, where was I? Yeah, I like, again, the big, having her aura, and some ideas for other other characters. I just, maybe, she has a group of like tough guys or tough girls, kind of like in more as like side characters, I guess, where the more focus would be on the actual gang. Some of them might not be a gang; they just be people who are kind of going down the wrong path or something. I don't know. I like the lighthearted, serious kind of idea, and as I said, it's go into like there will definitely be points where it goes into their darker past, and because it's not all gonna be lighthearted. Like I don't know how to describe it. Just it's like I want it to be like lighthearted, and but at the same time be serious and grounded, and not in a way that's like flip floppy, but like like it has its moments. I guess would be a good way to put it. Maybe it's not something like super violent. Like if I was going for like becoming the new boss kind of thing, like reclaiming their place. I can definitely see a more violent, darker story. I don't know. Maybe they come across the some or like in this. Uh, anyways, where was it? Okay, so as I was saying, characters. I'm trying to. again, I keep I'm actually kind of getting frustrated at myself. The fact that I keep losing my train of thought and stuff. Ah, again, characters. So uh, again, a lot of them would be. It's possible that a lot of them could be former members. Maybe in their gang they were kind of like, I wouldn't say like good, but they had their lines, I guess. Like they wouldn't bring in uh, civilians if they could help it, and just because even the worst of us has have our lines, have our morals, and maybe that was something that was with him. Like he would destroy anyone who crosses them, and they would still get into illegal activities and stuff. But they had their their lines, and maybe that's how they died because one of their people thought they were too weak and wanted to get more, I guess, active or violent or something, and took him out to take over. Maybe that's what happened, and I can see like the second command leaving the group because of that, and they end up taking over, and well, the murderer ends up taking over, and they where was I? You know, and they don't they had just I like the idea of the second command having like such respect and such for the boss. Maybe they do figure out that she's actually the reincarnation of the boss because maybe he like as I was talking about like her having like this aura like when she's mad of like aura like maybe when only when she's mad but aura of the of like a big scary boss person even despite her look maybe he like picks up on that aura he's like oh you're boss and even if you know she denies it maybe he like truly believes that. I don't know. But yeah, that and maybe yeah, and then maybe like some of the other members left, just like the lieutenant, or maybe they, and those are the people that he kind of picks up again. Because I do think I like the idea of her trying not to get too back into that lifestyle, as as respect and as thanks to the parents who in this life raised her and treated her well and like towards I'm like making them off to be too good of a person which I'm not a fan of because again they were a criminal and even if they do have their lines they're still a criminal and they still done things and I'm sure she murdered people in the past life whether it be rival gangsters or traitors or so I don't like I don't want to make it them to like a gangster with the heart of gold which as much as I like as I was saying that I like the kind of contradiction stuff I feel like that's not it needs to be believable that they used to be this this person in their past life. Yeah, I do like the idea of trying to become better and try not to get pulled back and trying to being a bit more feel good in terms of message. I guess would be would be the right word. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm poorly describing this, but it's just I do like that kind of. I do think that way of going about it, it would be best because I want to. It needs to be believable in a way, and I don't want to because I didn't see like maybe the the past coming back to haunt them. Maybe like he like meets someone he wronged or like the family member of someone killed or something, and I do like that. Maybe like that being a story point at some point. Uh, I'm not. Well, I'm not writing. It's just coming up with stuff. Hello, I'm doing a thing that I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. I'm just winging it and just hoping something comes of it. Kind of just rambling. Okay, so the concept is basically reincarnation, but not like isekai kind of reincarnation, but like so there's this big mean mean looking strong mob boss or gangster or something, or and he's big and strong, he looks scary, he came from a rough childhood and stuff, and then he dies from one way or the other, and I'm thinking like maybe killed by one of his men who thought who didn't like the way things he was running things or something. I don't know. That was just kind of like and again I'm getting off track. That's not okay. The concept is and then this person they die somehow, however the hell it is. you know they were betrayed, they fell down some stairs. I don't fucking know. Anyways, they they get reincarnated, but they get reincarnated as like complete opposite of what they were. So basically, they are small, cute looking girl who came from a well off family with loving parents, and also that she's in a wheelchair. So she's like as non threatening as they could be. Like she's the complete opposite of how the past life was. That is relatively the concept, and I'm just kind of brainstorming ideas around it. I know this is dumb, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but eh. I want I want to read. I don't know. I was just craving this for some reason. It's like right there taunting me. The big bag. Yeah. So that's the concept. That's what I've been doing. So the past like 40 minutes, I've been kind of just talking to myself about how I would go about it. I guess would be the way to describe it. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be a very long stream. It's already like been 40 minutes, and I don't think it's gonna. last too much longer. I don't know. Again, again, I'm like winging this. I'm trying to figure things out because as I said before, I want to start doing the content that I've been wanting to do instead of just gaming. Because I do want to play the games and I do want to do that kind of stuff. But like, it's not what I want to focus on and be known for, if that makes sense. Even though I won't be known, but yeah, it's I don't know. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I would do this, especially with like little to no people, because I've said this before. All my ideas involve people and interaction, and which is why I haven't been doing them as much. But I don't know. I want to just try. Uh, would it be possible to show a demonstration someday of how you stream? Uh, I mean, I don't see what would be the point of that. I mean, I set up a mic, I set up the capture card if I'm doing something with games. And then I just, it's stuff you can find with a simple Google search. Software and equipment of OBS and some cheap shit on Amazon. That's like I don't know what else to tell you. Uh, if you want to know equipment, I'm not the person you should ask because you can already tell everything's coming out of only one ear, and I can't fucking figure out how to do that, how to fix it. So I'm not a technical person. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. You go on Amazon, you buy some things, you plug it in, and you talk to no one for like 40 minutes, and then it's just so yeah. I don't think so. There's really nothing to say or even do. You know. Besides, as I said, there's like a lot better people to that have done this already that would be better to and more experienced to watch. So no, that's not something I'm planning on doing. Uh, I don't see the point in doing so. I'm just doing yeah. Anyways, where was I? Before all this, I lost all my train of thought. I was oh no. I mean, I was kind of running out of things to even really say, anyways. So and I kind of repeated myself a few times. So maybe maybe I was like getting near the end of what I could do with just me. I don't know. I didn't think this was gonna be a very long stream. Uh, my thoughts were probably around like 30, 40 minutes, which is Yeah, a lot of people have done it, and a lot of people have will have done it better than I would be able to do. So there's no point, and I'm not I'm not gonna try. There is it's just a few. I mean, there's a few things I want to do that isn't gaming. This kind of stuff, which is like the stuff I really want to do, even though there isn't really. I think I'm doing the eBay thing again. I really like that, so I'm planning on doing that again. And I did a game collection thing, and I got a bunch of new games from after that. So maybe I'll do another one with the games I've with the newer games. I don't know. It's just don't have a problem. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who do that. I have two monitors. One of them's really freaking old. It's like it's old and it's small. That's usually what I have the chat on, especially when I'm doing like uh, when I'm doing game capture stuff because then I only have one monitor because the other monitor is being used for the game. You like the game? Yeah, I like those two. I had a lot of fun with the eBay one. Uh, there was another idea I kind of wanted to do is maybe like go through reviews of like games and kind of like talk about it because it's something I do sometimes, like especially on the ad spots, where if you go through some reviews, especially for like more popular games, the 1-star reviews are just fucking just stupid and just so weird, and it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that would work as well for Steam or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing there, but yeah, I want to do the eBay stream again. I don't know when, but because I know next stream I'm gonna try and finish Mystery Dungeon because I need to fucking do that. When was the last time I played Mystery Dungeon? 7 months ago. I thought it was. I thought it was earlier. Oh, I played it before. I played Paper Lily. Oh, that's that was a fun. I really liked that game. That game was really fun. Uh, anyways, yeah, it was. The eBay stream was 8 months ago. Oh my god, I was gonna wait a bit to do. Like I wanted to wait a bit before doing it just so like new stuff would show up, but I feel like I might have waited too long. Damn. Game selection was 1 year ago. That's well, I did do that thing where I showed what I bought from the flea market, and there were games on that. So I don't know. Oh, yeah. So that's my plan for to do nets. 'Cause hopefully I can finish that game, and then don't know what else. I mean, there's still Digimon Survive, but I wanna play like some older games now because those are the type of games that like just, I have a lot of those type of games that I wanna stream. Still need to figure this shit out. How accurate? Not accurate at all. It's just random shit. You can't even tell what half the stuff is. I opened MS Paint, I chose the crayon cool, and then I just kind of drew something. And it was horrible. Seth, my room is a lot. I have a lot more shit. Too much shit. I got a bunch of stuff on signs and stuff on my walls. I took a ton. You know, I also want to do at some point a just collection stream, kind of like game collection, but like my non-game stuff. Just kind of like, again, I'm not sure how to go about that one. Yeah, I don't know. Those are just some ideas I have. Uh, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end this soonish because I completely lost my train of thought on everything, and I was kind of finished up in the end. Yeah, but I do want to say, in case someone actually watches this, some reason, I don't mind if anyone uses the ideas I put out because I'm someone that believes that no idea is original. That we all rip off something a little bit, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. And as I said, no idea is, someone else has come up with the idea or something close to it, in some capacity. And I don't think things being rip-offs are bad because think about how many Mario Kart rip-offs there are, and a lot of them are pretty good. There's a lot of them that are shit, but there's plenty that are good, and some of them I like more than Mario Kart. Wait, did I say Mario Party when I said? I meant Mario Kart if I said that wrong. I'm talking about Mario Kart. Anyways, yeah, there's some that I I prefer over Mario Kart, uh, even if they are ripoffs. It doesn't mean something's necessarily bad. I think what matters is how how you use it. Because what I think is original is the way you go about the idea. Because you need to take the idea, whatever it is, whether it's something you stole or was influenced by something else, or just something you just came up with in a dream. You take that idea and you need to make it your own. Because how you would go about it is different than how someone else would go about it. Like you need to make it your own. Just taking something like Sonic the Hedgehog and making it the exact same, except for you changed, you know, the the animal and the color of the animal. Just make it one for one, except for that. That would be, I would consider like stealing. But making a game similar would be is fine. Again, I don't think you just have to make it your own. I know I repeated myself like 3 times already. Uh, yeah, so I don't mind if anyone uses uh, any idea I come up with in these type of streams. They just, you know, because in the beginning of this, I said there was 3 different ways I could have gone about it, and I chose one specific way, and someone else might have chose a different way, and even if they chose the same way I wanted, they would have done it differently. Could have had a different type of tone. It's just different characters. It's how you use it that matters, not where the idea came from, or if someone else has done it, or if it's original. So yeah, I don't think rip-offs are necessarily a bad thing. You Although one of the stories I want to make is kind of a rip-off of something, but it's maybe I'm just trying to excuse myself. I don't know, but yeah, I don't mind a lot. You know, Personally, like I believe we constantly build off each other, and by building off others, we make better stories. Someone sets the foundation, and you add on to it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but again, make it your own. Personally, if I ever actually publish something like I want to, uh, I I want to like get get a will and put in the will that when I die, that my intellectual property goes straight into the public domain, if that's possible. That's kind of I want to do that because I don't want people because I hate the how long it takes for things to get in the public domain. It's like 70 years after death because of fucking Disney lobbyists. Fucking bastards. Anyways, yeah, I think that's too long. Although originally it was like 25 years after creation. I think that was kind of too short. I think after death would be the best. Anyways, um, anyway, that's just kind of my opinion. But but yeah, that's something I would like to do, uh, if possible. If I ever do actually end up making something, which I hope. I'm trying to be a bit more proactive with things. Uh, you ripped off Slenderman and maybe Chess the Cheetah. Do you mean like as the same character, or like 2 different characters? Because if you made a Slenderman Chester the Cheetah, I don't. I've never heard of that combination before. And you actually ripped off something without knowing. Yeah, I've done that. Again, as I said, like people do it unconsciously all the freaking time. Either because they're subconsciously influenced by something, or they just didn't know that it was already a thing. And something there's in one of the main stories I want to make. One of the characters is kind of like a kind-hearted demon that carries a weapon and has like flame powers. Flames are purple, and I didn't realize, but like originally, but like a while later, I realized that that's kind of like the main character from Blue Exorcist. A guy with a demon guy, a guy who's kind and has a sword and flame powers, a lot of blue flames. The only difference between my character and that character is the gender, because it's a girl, the color of the flames, and the weapon isn't a sword. It's more like one of those devil pitchforks, which I don't know what the fuck those are called. Which I need to figure out before I start. Oh, that's one of the stories I want to like wait until I get a little better. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty easy to accidentally rip off rip off stuff, you know. Uh, Two characters, potentially they're the same person, just different forms. I mean, I mean, do they have two different personalities? Because if it's two different personalities, then I would technically count that as two characters. But if it's the same person, they just change their physical appearance, then I would say one. That's one person. Ugh. Okay, so okay. Well, I've completely gone off from the original purpose of the video, so I'll probably just end this uh, because I don't want to like say a video something, then have like half the video be like something else. Uh, no, I have not. I've seen plenty of Grim Reaper characters, but never. I've also never heard of a lightsaber chainsaw. Actually, there might have. I think I vaguely remember might have seen a weapon like that in some anime. I don't remember what anime, but it. Although it didn't come back like a boomerang. That's for sure. That's boomerang chainsaw. That's kind of interesting. Oh, I love latency. I need to figure out how to improve it. Uh, anyway, if there's nothing else, I think I'm gonna end it. As I said, I just don't want to. I've already gone off from what this originally was supposed to be, so uh, kind of. I'll be honest, but it's fine. It's not like anyone else was here or anything, and I've completely lost my train of thought, so there's no point in trying to go back to it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll do Mystery Dungeon. Hopefully. Uh, and then we can talk during that. Thank you. It's almost 2 a.m., but my day just started technically. So, well, technically the day itself has also just started too, because it's technically anyways. Yeah, I hope you have a good day too. Thanks for stopping by, even if it was just for a little bit. Uh, I do hope to do more things like this, so hopefully have it figured out a bit better. So, it makes so it's like easier to follow. I don't repeat myself 5 times, and yeah, I won't like lose track super easily. But yeah, yeah. So I hope you have a good day too. As I said, thanks for coming. I will try and stream Mr. Dungeon tomorrow, and then I'll do the eBay stream at some point this month or maybe the beginning of next month. I'm not sure, but I do want to do it again. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, good night, morning, or whatever it is.